Hi guys, alright, this is for kindergarten through 3rd grade, and I thought it'd be a good time of year, since it's wintry outside, we're going to make a wintergreen tree with, that's my old assignment. If you have your old assignment, what you want to do when you start this is go up here to this little button, right there. Oh, I can't focus it. Okay. Hang tight. See that button right there? I'm going to click that one. And when you click on that, it comes up with all of this right there. What you're going to click on is New Sketch. And click Create. Click Save Current Sketch. Alright, and then I will, if you accidentally get this screen, you can just say that you love using it and not now. You don't want to take the time to do the survey. Alright, so I'm going to zoom back out. Okay, so what I want to do today is we're going to use the same tool we've used before. Oops. Had a little fuzz on there. So let's start out by shrinking with 2 fingers, shrink your screen down so the size you can see it. Okay, like that. And then what we're going to do first is we're going to start by using the same tool, the symmetry tool. We used it already. Symmetry tool is this one right here. Just remembered that I can actually do this on the camera, bring it into focus enough that you can see what I'm looking on. So that's the symmetry tool. Click on that one. And we want it to be vertical symmetry. So that is this one. That's the vertical symmetry is on the Y axis. So we're going to use that one right there. Okay, and before you start drawing anything, some of you may have noticed that that circle gets in the way. So what I want you to do is just drag that circle, drag it down to where you don't see it, or it's out of the way, like that over there. And then whatever we start drawing will work out without worrying about that. Okay, so let's add in, start with some, start with the sky. So let's take a, it's actually, I guess we'll have to start with a different thing. So we can, no, let's just draw it all in. Okay. So let's start with our airbrush tool. That's this one. Click on that one, the airbrush tool. And you're going to make it all the way big. So that's this little tool that you make real big, like that. And we'll pick our color. So we're going to make it like a bluish sky, light blue sky. Color in nice top half of everything. You can leave the bottom half a little undone because it's going to be snowy down there. Okay, so you kind of color in a little blue sky, and then I like to make new layers. So remember how to make a new layer? Click on the plus button. Let's bring this back into focus. Okay, click on the plus button and you get a new layer there. And what you can do now is we're going to start making our tree. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit by putting 2 fingers down here and spreading them out to zoom in to see where I put my tree. Alright, so what I want to do first is I want to change my tool now. I want to go to something. Oh, let's use the brush tool today. Why not? Watercolor brush. We can watercolor this tree. And I want to change their size of our watercolor to about right there, about like that. We'll start with it kind of big for the trunk. Okay, and the color. Well, let's make sure we use brown. So it's going to be around here in orange, and then you move your hue to orange. That's the outside circle. Those are hues, the rainbow colors. And the inside is the values. We're going to bring that down to a dark brown, right around there. nice brown, dark brown. Not black. You don't want to go to black. That'll be too dark. Now what we're going to do, I'm just going to start drawing in the trunk of our evergreen tree. Now, evergreens are interesting trees. They are the kind of trees that can stay green all year long. Ask your science teacher why. I'd have to think about it for a little bit. I have to remember why they do that. But it's pretty interesting. So I've got my trunk. It has something to do with, you know what makes leaves green is the, oh, I don't even remember. I have to look it up real quick. Let me see. Let's look into it. Why are evergreen trees always green? The tree's needles contain something called chlorophyll. That was the word I was trying to remember. Chlorophyll that gives them their green color. But the chlorophyll also has another important job. The chlorophyll absorbs sunlight, which the tree can use to turn carbon dioxide from air and water into sugars. It's these sugars that help the tree grow and stay green. Huh. So why do they stay green all year? Let's see if I can find something else out about that. Oh my gosh, so much to read. Is there a short answer somewhere? I have to look for that later. Let's get back to the drawing. So, using Autodesk Sketchbook, and we can draw in some more branches. So here we go. Oh no, that's the wrong way. These evergreen trees, they usually have branches coming out like this, and like this, and like this. Usually get a little smaller towards the top. I'm going to make my brush a little smaller too. Come down in size. I'm going to make a few branches a little bit smaller. Make a few extra little branches here and there, because there's little branches. So you got a trunk, limbs, branches. Now I like to give it a little bit of value. You guys know I like value, so I'm going to click here and move my value, not my hue, but my value up just a little bit to make it a little bit lighter. See what I did there? Moved it up just a little bit to get it a little bit lighter. I'm going to make it a little bit lighter on the gray side. And I'm going to draw with that. Oh, need to make sure my flow is coming through. Why will it not show? Is it too small? Does it not like me anymore? Oh, that's why, because it's so close in color. So we're going to change our pen style. We're going to go to the pencil now. Move it over to the pencil. Make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Alright, now we can see it. Okay. So I'm going to just make a couple branchy style marks. Picking up my finger when I make these. Yeah. And come out on the limbs and the twigs. That way I've got some dark and some light. Need that value. Makes it more interesting. Alright, cool. Alright, so I got that much done. What I want to do next, now this thing needs some leaves. So we're going to start with a dark green and then do some lighter green. And then we'll do some snow on top of it. So I'm going to zoom back out just a little bit. Really, whatever happens on one side happens on the other. I love this tool. So I'm going to start with some dark green. So I'm going to go to green. And then come down here towards the black. So it's kind of a dark green. And what I want to do here is I'm going to kind of scribble in little bit by little bit each little branch. Give each one its own importance. So every one. Ooh, that one looked too messy. I want to undo that. Yeah, give each branch. You can give a few small little ones. You don't want to do too many scribbles. Like, you don't want to do this. That doesn't look like leaves on a evergreen. No, evergreen is made up out of little tiny needles. You don't remember what they look like? Let's take a look. Let's look at the images. See if we can see an evergreen tree. Here you go. See this thing? That's an evergreen tree. And those are the tiny little needle leaves that they have. Alright, so whenever they look like that, or like, see one from a distance, looks like this. Alright, so let's get back to the drawing. Yeah, maybe you didn't know evergreen trees look like that. So there we go. That helps to know what we're trying to draw. I say tree. Oh, the video timed out on me for some reason. Alright, so I'm here, I'm back. Finishing these up. Nice little. Zoom in over here. Maybe you have to get really detailed up at the top. Tiny little leaves. I wonder if you're thinking about what you might add to your own to make it even more creative. You could add maybe a little cardinal, those little red birds, or you can make it a holiday tree, or you can maybe add a little cabin or something in the woods by it. Yeah, alright. So we're going to add in the other green to it now. Now let's go back and look at that other tree again. Let's take a look. These aren't lime green trees. You can see some lime green examples over here in the side. Zoom into it. But these kind of trees, these are very these are dark green and kind of like a light whitish green, not a yellowish green. So let's do this one. Let's go back to our tree. Let's add in some light green on this side. Not over here, not to the really bright, very like saturated colors. It's coming over here desaturated to add some grayish to it. So there we go. And for this, you only want a little bit, not too much. I'm going to make my pencil size smaller. Remember how to change your pencil size? Got my pencil there. I'll change my size right here, make it a little bit smaller. And I'm going to just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too much. This is just a highlight, just to make it look like there's some variety. Remember, value gives us variety to our colors. That makes it more interesting. I'm definitely rushing here. If you guys remember, you got all the time in the world. You can take your time on these. You don't have to rush. But I do, because I gotta get this video done in 15 minutes so that it'll fit on YouTube. Try to go over the lines that I've got there. Go the same direction as a lot of them, so that it looks like highlights on those leaves. Oh, pine cones. I forgot about pine cones. You could definitely add some pine cones to this. Oops, made a mistake. If you forgot how to fix a mistake, if I make a big mistake like that, I'd want to go back and click the black arrow button to go backwards. So there we go. Alright. We've got a nice evergreen tree. And the background is all snowy, but it looks like maybe I should add in a shadow down there. Let's see what I can do there. I'm going to click back on this layer, the one that was the background layer underneath the tree, so that I don't mess up the tree. And I want to click on, go to the watercolor one again, make it a little bit bigger. I'm gonna go with a shadow color. So if this is on white, the shadow on white would be kind of a black or a gray. So I'm gonna go over here to gray. And I'm just going to kind of add in a little shadow under my tree. I don't like that. I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to make it a little bit more opaque. You remember how to change that? This right here makes it a little bit more see-through. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. You don't have to be this particular. But I know some of you are. There we go. Alright, so we got a nice little tree here now. And remember, you can add in whatever you want. Take off the symmetry thing. If you want to add in something on one side and not the other. Like if you want to add in a bird over here and not over there. You come in and you don't have to do this part, but if you want to, oops, I'm behind the layer. I need to click on this one. Maybe add a new layer so you don't mess up your tree. Remember how to add a new layer and then work on a new layer in case you make mistakes. You can delete the whole thing. So you can come in here and put in a little cardinal. See if I can do that fast. Doesn't want me to do white. Come on now. Have to switch tools again. There we go. It's kind of like the turkey doing those little leaves that we did. Alright, so maybe you want to add in whatever you want to add in. Pine cone, turkey, not a turkey, pine cone, other little birds, squirrels, your choice. It's all up to you. I just want to see you guys make the tree and use the symmetry to do it. Okay, tree, symmetry. Can you remember that? You got to use the symmetry, this one right there. Please, please, please. If you don't use the symmetry, I'm sending it back to you and you're doing it again. Alright, it doesn't have to look perfect, but you do have to try to use the tools I'm teaching you how to use. Okay, alright. Looking forward to seeing your trees, and I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, and don't forget how to save these. Click on right there. Click on that. Where are we at? Okay. Click right here. And it brings up this screen, and this time you say share, and you click on save image, And that saves to your photos automatically. So that should be here in your photos automatically. And once it's there in your photos, you can go straight to the Google Classroom, find the assignment for Evergreen Tree, and turn it in. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.